Okay, hello guys, welcome to MH Tech Solutions Code. In this video, we are going to be looking at Flexbox. So this is a crash course on Flexible Box. Okay, it's a model in CSS. So before we proceed, guys, the prerequisite for following me in this course is to understand HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS. By the end of this video, you will understand how to use and manipulate Flexbox to achieve flexibility in your layout. And at the end of the day, we are going to see practical use cases on how Flexbox can be applied. Okay, so without further ado, guys, let's get started. Now, what is Flexbox? Flexbox is a one-dimensional layout system for the web. I repeat, one-dimensional. It's different from a two-dimensional layout where we can, organize content into rows and columns. Okay, in the case of Flexbox, it's just a one dimension. So when you have need to create just a row of items and you want to be flexible with that row of items, where you can give spacing, position the items in the container seamlessly, then Flexbox is uh, 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 is the real deal in that case. So it's a one-dimensional layout, and it's very helpful in controlling alignments, distributing space among items, and flexible and efficient layout. So guys, I'm not going to waste time in this theory part because we are going to go into practical mode. But don't forget, I'm going to make this a series. Okay, so I won't make the video so long. So this is just the introduction. With this introduction, you would get an overview of what you want to learn. I'm sure we've all heard of Flexbox. It's some of us, feel it's so difficult to learn, or it's how do I even apply this thing? I just keep hearing Flexbox. Now it has really helped developers. In back in the days when we develop website or web pages, we have to think of hacks and things to make sure or to make us align things on a page. We have to start using things like floats and cracking our heads. But over time, when CSS introduced Flexbox, wow, it really became what or actually became something that everybody must know. Okay, yeah. So before Flexbox, there were four layout mode. We have the block for sections in a page. We have inline for text. We have table for two-dimensional, and we have positions. So guys, don't worry about these write-ups or the theory. Is just an introduction. It's just to bring you into the Flexbox mode. Do you understand? Okay, so let's move on. Now, why Flexbox? With just like I said, it helps for alignment, for spacing, for things that we were not able to do in the previous versions of CSS when there was nothing called Flexbox. Okay, so you can check out my You can check out my GitHub page to see more related or the codes related to this series. Okay, now let's quickly understand the terminologies. The most important thing you should understand or take home from this is that we have two concepts you need to understand here: the flex container, which is the parent, and the flex item. Now this graphical representation here can give you a good view of what we're talking about. Now this outer box here is the container, which is the flex, which we call the flex container, while the flex items are these children: item 1, item 2, item 3. And you can see how they are laid out from left to right. Okay, so look at this code here. We have the container div and we have the children div. So this is just a representation of what we are going to be working when we get our hands dirty. Okay, so just to understand two things you need to understand from here: the flex container, which is the parent container, and we have the flex item, which is the children element. Okay, so when we look at the axis, you also need to understand the axis in this box. We have the horizontal axis and we have the vertical axis. The horizontal axis is what we call the main axis, while the vertical axis we call it the cross axis. Okay, by default we run from left to right, which is the main axis. Okay, but we have options to also change axis, which is the cross. Now we are going to see when we get to code. Now let's see the properties of each of these concepts. Don't forget the flex container and the flex items. Okay, so in summary, because like I said, this is a series, so I'm going to be doing the next video, so watch out for that. And please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, as this will help me create more videos and continue this series. I promise you, Flexbox is no longer going to be a nightmare for you. You're going to see practical use cases, and I promise you, you're gonna always want to come back for more exciting tutorials, and we're gonna be doing this to just make the world a better place for everyone to be able to get to code, and at the end of the day, feel happy for what you do, and make life better for yourself. Okay guys, this is Emrich Solutions Code, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.